comments from the public?
Any
Are you
comments?
going to
Jim?
try and get some hearing stuff in here so that I can hear? Or do I need to contact the ADA office? I've been doing this for over a year with y'all, and it's been before that even.
Darn it.
I mean, you
Darn
do
it.
it for the
Darn it.
wheelchair ramp over at the community building. Is he talking?
Yeah, Dave.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Dave.
Well, I just want, can you not get your own,
What?
can you not get your own hearing aid though?
There's a statute that says that you guys are supposed to be able to make accommodations so people can hear everything that goes on up there. And I can get you the statute number if you need it.
That's
but
fine. But, okay, now, if your hearing is so bad though, I mean, shouldn't you get a hearing aid anyway?
My hearing aids no longer work for my hearing loss.
Oh, really?
They only reach a certain octave. But if you have a speaker system, but most of you, if you would just speak up, I can hear you and read your lips, but not when you're in a circle.
Well, and I'll move closer, Garnet. Move closer. You're welcome to.
Sit closer.
Yes, yeah. Come on up closer.
So in other words, you will not get,
No,
like back there
no.
we had
No, you're fine
Oh, you're
right
fine.
there.
we had a
No,
speaker.
just
Don't
sit
sit there.
Yeah, whatever's more comfortable for it. No.
So in other words, they
but-
won't get a speaker system.
No, that isn't,
Don't-
no, that isn't what we said, but come on up here so you
For
can
tonight,
hear.
you can move up
Yeah.
closer.
Move up so you
You
can
can
hear.
move up closer.
Yes.
Am I blocking y'all?
No, move up so you can hear, okay? Okay, well then, let's, Jim, you had a comment.
Yeah. What's the little pile of dirt up by my other house?
Your meter was put in up north, your meter pit.
When's the other one gonna be put in then?
If I recall last meeting, we asked you about down south if you wanted a meter.
And I told you I wanted two of them, one in Nola's house and I want one in Brian's house. Apparently, according to the pile of dirt that's up there, you got one up there, some moron forgot to clean up his mess. Or do I do that?
Those are your bricks out of your pit.
I clean up the mess?
Yes, you can have those if,
I didn't really want them. I thought
Okay,
maybe you were
well-
gonna clean them up for one of them.
okay, we'll have the plumber when he comes back, stockpile them if you don't want them.
No, I don't want
Okay,
them.
okay,
But there's a meter in that,
Yes, there is
underneath
a
that
meter
pile
there.
of dirt?
yes.
Okay,
The
and
meter's
then,
there.
what area is it located in? Is it in the middle of the sidewalk that you took out,
There'll be a
or?
sidewalk put in there. A piece of sidewalk put back in for you. There.
Like the one across the street? It ain't in yet, is it?
Yeah, they did, but it'll be whatever Roger usually has somebody come out and put it in. Peterson. I don't know what he'll decide to do.
You're fine.
It'll be up to his decision when it's put back on what he does, whether he'll bring some quickcrete and put it in. But your sidewalk will be replaced.
Well, being it's basically on my property or attached to my property, I
Well-
would replace the sidewalk.
But we destroyed your sidewalk, Jim.
Well, I would replace the sidewalk in order to keep everybody being able to go up and down the sidewalk. But then, of course, it really don't make that much difference. Most of them walk in the street anyway.
Well, if you would drive on that meter, it would be like, driving on the other meter pits too. You don't want to necessarily put a lot of traffic on them. We have some others in town the same way that people are, traffic is on them. You see what I'm saying, Jim?
Huh?
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody to drive on it all the
The
time.
fresh dirt, you'd shove it down,
Yeah.
break the line. Yeah, I can understand that.
Okay, but you're saying you want one of Neola's now?
Yes. I told, that's been the argument all along. I want 2 meters. Told me you had 2 extra. It makes a lot more sense to put them in adverse to the other method you got. The letter that you got.
Aye.
Doesn't it make more sense just go ahead? I mean, you got what?
Three.
One time I was here, you said you had something like 5 extra
They delivered
meters.
5, yeah.
Doesn't it make more sense to put the other meter in, adverse to have to go this way.
Well, that was my understanding last board meeting that you only wanted the one home, or we would have put
No.
2 of them
He
in.
said two.
It'll be put in.
All right. Then I'll leave it.
Yeah,
I'll
it'll be
leave-
put in, Jim.
Okay, then I'll
The
leave it alone.
plumber has to come back. He's not done.
Yeah. Well, it was a grant from the government. I don't know why they weren't all put in. It was a grant, right?
Yes.
From the
Part of
government.
it, yes.
Yeah,
Part of it is a
but-
borrowed
yeah.
money.
The meters actually are not part of
They're-
the grant,
They're being borrowed,
where you're borrowing money on those.
yes.
That's not what we understood
No,
when
I
they,
thought you had grants.
They
for
had the grant for the meters.
I
Yeah.
understood that to be a grant.
Yep,
Even USDA says it's a grant.
It was a grant for the meters, and then we did not necessarily have to charge for the water consumption, but just meter it to find out where it's going, keep it from filling the lagoons up so fast. And that's why the slip lining went in. Some of us are listening, and I had a question too about, it was kind of tossed back and forth since the meters were going to go in. Our property over there that we bought for Donna, where we have our garden, and that we was paying monthly during the time that we use it. And last year, you got paid quite well because we didn't hardly use it at all, but you still got paid your monthly pay. And now we were told by Alan, is that his name, Alan? That you're going to put a pit in out there. We were told by the man that lives in Friend, what was his name? The guy...
Randy Hillbush.
Hellbush, that we could have a meter that hooked onto, it was an outward meter that hooked onto the faucet.
Temporary meter.
Temporary meter during the meter season. Because we only use that thing for like, what, 3 or 4 months, Donna? Mm-hmm. And then there's a lot of times we don't use it, you know. Just like this last year. We didn't have a garden this last year. But we still paid you $25 or $28 a month because the meter was turned on, or the faucet was turned on, and then you guys turned it off. But he told us that he was afraid that it was, quote, said that they were afraid Rick was going to take the meter off and just have free water. So you guys were going to put a pit in to make sure that we paid for the water basically year-round.
Now, who made that statement?
Alan.
Alan did.
The other day when he was out here and he released water out of that fire hydrant out by my house, this last week. Okay, and that's the same day that Petersons were here. I talked to Alan because I was over here on my lot and I saw him over there and I didn't know if he was messing with the meter, my meter, or if he was messing with the hydrant. And I came over here and he was doing the hydrant. And he told me that the council in their infinite wisdom decided they were going to put a pit in front of my place and somebody else's place here in town because they ruled against, or Janice at USDA supposedly is not in favor of a temporary meter.
Although that they're used in Dakin.
And I talked to Janice and she told me she didn't really have a problem with the temporary meter on, like in my application over here. So when Alan told me this, a few hairs on the back of my neck stood up a little bit because, it's...
We've always been fair.
I just think it's unnecessary to spend that kind of money to put that pit in the ground, because you put that pit in the ground over there, and I might use it 1 year, but the second year I guarantee I'll go over there and I'll rip that water line back out, and I'll run that water line that's in the ground, I'll pull it up and I'll pull it out that way, and I'll dig a hole and I'll put a solar pump out there with a sump pump
Where it floods back there
where it
on the
floods back
property.
in the back, and I won't pay for water. So, I was a little bit offended when I was told that you guys decided that you're going to put a
pit
a
in.
pit over there on my property for a seasonal thing. It just doesn't make sense to me.
We we haven't decided to do anything.
Well,
with-
Well,
I'm
we're just
I'm
letting you know
telling
what was told to
I'm
us.
just telling you what I was told.
Or a pit would have been put in last week when we were doing it.
Well, I'm just telling you what I was told. You know, that's why I'm bringing it to you guys.
That's
so you can-
something for discussion with the board probably in the future, with probably possibly all of them. That, I think there's about 3 of them that are your situation in town. And they would all have to have a pit if you do one. We would do all of them.
Well, it's kind of redundant. Even Randy Hellbush came here that night in the meeting, and he said in a situation like that over there, it would be ridiculous to put a pit in. He stood right here in front of everybody and said that.
Well, I believe in the engineer also had made a comment pertaining to different things like that too. So,
Anyway,
Anyway, that's
all right.
it.
Well,
That's it.
thanks
that's what I have with that. I have a thing about
Yeah.
the property nuisances here. I don't know what you guys are doing with them, but I think you really seriously need to get on the ball with this. The property up here on 6th and Harbine, that's a mess. I mean, come on, the crap that's underneath that carport and the glass plate and all the windows are busted out in the house.
Kids
Burn.
across the street from
Do
that place
something
is
with
having
it.
a heyday
That's
busting
ridiculous.
windows.
This house over here, catty-cornered from Jeremy's house, with the mattresses and the couch out in the front yard, you guys are allowing this place to look like a pit. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Every one of you ought to be ashamed of yourselves.
Rick,
I'm telling you.
well,
You have the laws. You want me to read you the laws?
You told us that by July 1st, that property over there would be cleaned up.
Yep, I did.
at it now.
I did. And then I talked to you. I came to you guys and I talked to you. I got the fire marshal. I
still
still
has
have
a
a
burn
burn
permit.
permit on this property. And you guys and the rural fire board, I'm talking, the rural fire board, you guys couldn't get your act together. You wanted to play like little third graders and put it back and forth and try to get it
That's not
burned
true, you
down.
know it.
That's the truth.
That was up to the fire board there. That had nothing to do with us.
Why is it that they can't
No,
do it?
it was
That's
up to
their
you.
prerogative.
It is entirely up to
We
you.
were the ones that said, yeah, we'll go ahead and burn it. Well, we don't care. It's a
Bullshit.
fire. It's a
How are
fire
we
board
gonna
that
get
decided
rid of
against
these
it.
nuisance properties if we don't do something like that?
Dave, I got.
We can get rid of the nuisance properties.
Hush.
You know, we can go like what we started. We can go through the courts, yeah, and we can have somebody come in and we can knock them all down. We can do that. You give them so long to be torn down. If they're not torn down, we can knock them down, okay? But recovering the cost, it ain't gonna happen. It's gonna cost us thousands and thousands of dollars, and we're not gonna get any money back on it.
All that trash up there at the hill for me, all the rats and mice,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
I
You
mean,
know, yeah,
I would love to see all these cleaned up.
yes, I
You know,
would too.
yeah.
I mean,
I mean, you would
More
think
than
the
anybody
people
else,
that
I
own
would.
it should come up here and do it.
I agree.
It's been like that
You
for
guys-
several years already.
I can't imagine going off and leaving your children's toys sit there like
I
that
can't
and not
either.
care. I agree with you. But Donna, I believe you have something for,
Maybe give them to Jeremy since he was one.
Want me to read them?
yeah.
All right. This is from Law Offices of Schwab and Bauer. Dear Ms. Blake, I represent the Village Board of Alexandria, Nebraska with respect to enforcement of village ordinances. I'm advised that your property at 510 Mercy Street constitutes a nuisance under section 91.20. And the board has retained me to prosecute this matter if necessary. Please be advised that you have 30 days from the date of this letter to contact this office or the village clerk regarding your plans to abate the nuisance. If you do not take action in this regard, the board may elect to move forward with criminal prosecution in the county court, abatement proceedings, or both. Please govern yourself accordingly. Very truly yours, Linda A. Bauer. And that was sent on, or it's dated November 28th. Same wording for Mr. and Mrs. Williams for the property at 414 Harbine Street. Same wording for Mr. and Mrs. Phillips for 511 Harbine Street. Those are the three.
Now, a Williams property, they don't want it anyway. So isn't that coming up for a sheriff's sale or something?
Another year, I think it
Is
is.
another year?
Like,
I mean, I already know they're not gonna do anything.
Well, that's fine, and we'll take them to court. That's the process
Right.
we've got to do,
Yeah.
you know.
That's fine.
We've got to, and we're limited on how many we can do by the monies we have.
Well, which one is the worst?
Well, I figured the 3 that are burnt are the worst.
Well, they're all 3 of them.
Yeah.
I know, but which one are you gonna start with first? All 3 of
3.
them? Oh, okay. All right,
They all 3 got the same letter sent the same day, so.
okay.
And the Blake's response was to Linda Bauer. She asked if the village would be willing to take the property. She owes about $250 or to $300 worth of property taxes
Which property?
on the highway.
On the highway, you
On the
know.
highway, the house that burned up on the highway.
Woman actually back in a cop fire in
Mhm.
Texas.
And
She has been back and she's taken stuff
250
out.
to 300, I
Yeah.
don't remember for
So,
sure.
you know, I
Did
did,
she come in
I do know
to
that.
Linda and asked her that? She has no money.
Has anyone
And-
else contacted her or you?
No, Chris Phillips did, and she told me that after the first of the year, they wanted to start working up there. I says, don't wait, because the village is not
Right.
gonna wait on you. And
I thought that was condemned, that you, what are they gonna work in there for? Is that house rebuildable or what?
well, I think it is. I don't think it needs to be
How
torn
are
down,
they
does
going
it?
to do it?
Not our
I don't
problem.
know.
No.
I don't know.
They need to do the trash
Yeah.
before they do
Right,
anything.
and I told her, I says, if we can see progress, clean up the yard, get some of your windows boarded up, do a nice job on it, make it look better. You know, we'll give you time to get it all done, but do something.
They don't do anything.
But they do
Not
nothing.
living it until they get it livable.
Well, yeah, the state
But
fire
They were
marshal won't
living
let
in it
him
when
in.
they
But-
shouldn't have been living in it.
Yeah.
So
I-
they all know that something needs to be done.
I
And-
was, yes, I was up there and there were labs, and they shouldn't have been in it. Yep.
Condemn it, period.
Well, we don't condemn it, we can declare it a nuisance.
So the
Fire marshal could
did.
condemn it, Yeah.
Didn't they, or they didn't?
I don't know.
I think what
I'd
Chris
have
told
to-
me,
No, ask fire department person.
what Chris told me, that they have to have it rewired by a certified electrician and inspected by the state fire marshal before they can move back in. So,
But there's no walls, there's
That leaves a
no
pretty big gap.
insulation, there's no,
Doris, that's huge
Because that's
money.
what they did
That's
before.
huge
They
money.
Rewire the
well, I know that.
He done the
But
wiring.
where are they gonna
on
come up with
that.
that kind of money?
so
I don't
anyway,
think it'll happen.
you know, until the 28th,
I got one more question, and I'm not trying to single you out or anything, but are you planning on doing anything with this mobile home over here?
Well, I'm gonna get rid of it.
Well, you're getting it too.
How? I mean,
I didn't hear you.
we're gonna have the thing tore down like this one over here,
The
or?
letters is the next step
Well-
to court.
Correct.
If I'm gonna try one more time to
Not sure.
get rid
So
of
if they
that.
don't show up, it's like,
If that don't work, I'm just probably gonna knock it down.
I'd be, time.
Is there any good stuff in there?
You can go have anything you
Good
want out
thing
of
about
there.
yours for yours.
Well, yeah, I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
Give her the whole thing. and then she can worry
There's
about it.
stairs in the back,
Okay.
in the back side.
Is this stairs there?
But there's a hole right in the floor right there, you gotta be careful.
So if I wanted those stairs, I could have them? What would you charge?
No, you can have them, but don't take them till I'm.
Well, I'm not gonna go over there tomorrow and do it, Dave. I'm just gonna wait. You tell
look
me
at-
when I
go
can
look
have
at 'em
them.
and- Go look at them and see if you can use them.
Okay.
And,
I won't be trespassing or nothing, will I?
no, no.
Okay.
You can go inside and see if, there's some doors yet that aren't too bad shape in there.
Okay.
You know, I mean, the paneling, I tried to take some of the paneling loose and it's all glued, so
I
there's
don't
there's
really
no
want the
saving that.
paneling or nothing.
I'm just
but-
gonna destroy that anyway.
Yeah.
Break it out, yeah.
Okay,
So, yeah,
thanks.
It's kind of a mess there, but,
Yep.
if you can find something you might need, go ahead.
Well, let me know when, maybe we can go together.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, let's go ahead and, get our, attorney up here on the lagoon.
Okay.
Introduce yourself, because I
My
haven't
name's
met
Scott
yourself
Gropp.
either.
That's all right. I haven't met some of you. My name's Scott Gropp. I'm with Cockworth and Smith Law Offices in Wilbur and Crete. And I've been working on the lagoon
Around
project.
so everybody can hear you too here.
Yeah, I'll try to sneak over here then. All right. I did not get a copy of the agenda, so if I could just take a quick peek what you had.
I just basically have the lagoon project.
Okay. All right, well, the thing that I'm here to talk to you about tonight with respect to the lagoon project is the acquisition of the land. And pursuant to Section 84, 1410, with regard to closed sessions of a public body, anytime we have strategy sessions with respect to real estate purchases, pending litigation, or collective bargaining, which of course this wouldn't be collective bargaining, it would be real estate purchases, the board has the right to go into a closed session so that the members of the general public don't have any idea of what our bargaining strategy is with regard to the purchase of the land, so that the other party doesn't know what our high offer is and our low offer is. So I would suggest to the board at this time to discuss the acquisition of land that you move pursuant to 84-1410 subsection A and go into closed session so we can discuss the purchase of the land.
I'll move.
We gotta go stand in the corner.
No, no, stay here. We'll go back behind. Okay.
Okay.
Motion's been, and second has been made to go into closed session.
And you need to read that to make
Read that.
sure.
Okay.
Pursuant
I'll
to,
read your
yeah,
motion.
just right there, under 84-1410 sub 1A, strategies with,
Your motion.
the Attorney General appreciates if you read the actual.
Okay. I move under subsection 84-1410 oh, is that the right one?
1A, yeah.
Okay. To go into closed sessions.
To discuss it since collective bargaining's, that's subsection A.
Okay, strategy sessions with respect to collective bargaining, real estate purchases, pending litigation or litigation which is imminent as evidenced by communication of a claim or threat of litigation to or by the public body.
Yep.
Good?
And you've already moved, and so we
Yeah.
can write down what time we enter closed session.
Okay.
Yes.
A?
Yeah.
Yes, we will go into closed session. What time is
Going
it?
in closed session.
25.
Okay.
No,
you're not here yet.
8:24.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where you going? Oh, I didn't bring any.